Today we are back with another episode of Kicking It with Mr. Baxter. And today we got a special guest. Our first guest on the show. He's the first one to do it. I have to introduce him properly. It's my 12-year-old son, Chris, the cool kid.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
All right. So now, today, instead of talking about sneakers, we're gonna kick it about school and education. All right? So now, what's some of the things since COVID has taken place that have like the in-school learning versus digital learning? What do you think is the pros and the cons to in-school versus digital learning?
So for me, the pros and cons of digital is that the pros, you get that break and then you can just chill, play the game, do whatever you want basically. 45 minutes, half an hour, an hour. So that's pretty good. Instead of being in a quiet, tight place, you have a couple friends around helping you out a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. And then, they come around every once in a while. You can just chill in the comfort of your own bed. And then the cons of it is, there is a lot of distractions. So it's like, should I not attend the meeting or should I do it? So it's like, in your head, it's like, do I attend it or do I do it? And it's like, if you have a class you don't like, you can't skip it because then you get in trouble. But in like real schools, you can't skip it because you get in even more trouble. So it's like, but in online school, it's like when you skip it, they might not know.
So do you think there's more distractions being at home versus being in a classroom setting?
Absolutely, because see, you got that adult figure like standing and watching you at all time. It's like when you make one noise, the whole class hears it. But in like a household, there's like a couple noises, people talking and stuff, and it's not like the same.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I told y'all before, this is unlike any other podcast you've ever seen. You're gonna hear my kids upstairs playing PlayStation. You might hear my wife on a phone call. So there's no restrictions to this, not unless they're screaming and going crazy, but you will hear the kids in the background. So I'm just letting you know that right now. All right, now back to what we were saying. Now, do you miss the physical ed, like gym and interacting with other kids?
See, that's the thing. I had gotten PE for digital learning, and I was really frustrated about that because I thought I was going next semester.
Okay.
But since I'm going in school this semester, it's more different. But at first, I started digital, and this year, it's like it's more tough because it's like a whole process. So like in school, they give you like a worksheet, and it's simple. Worksheet, do it. But in online, you have to go to website to website. They might change to where your Google Meet is or your Zoom call. So it's like, should I go here? Should I go there? But in school, the process to get back to class, when you first get there, it might be hard, but after a while, you get the hang of it. But like in Zoom, they keep changing things around. I mean, they've changed my schedule a couple times, but it's, it's been working since none of my school has gotten, the sickness. So it's like, it's working, but it's a little difficult, but it's more difficult online than in school.
All right, so here's another question. Now that we have transitioned from moving to the new house, are you excited to leave digital learning behind and actually start school tomorrow?
Yes, I'm very excited because, see, the thing about, I really didn't want to start digital learning, moving to a new school, because they really didn't give a point to being the new kid. Like you're the new kid, and like, what's the point? You'll barely notice him, you'll barely hear him. You can't have lunch breaks with him. There's no communication.
Oh,
But since I get to like go on the bus, I get more talking. So like I can talk to my friends, get to know people.
All right. Are you excited to get on the bus, to learn the new bus route, to meet new kids?
Yeah, so, my friends in my old school, it's like they had a lot of their own things. And I was a new kid in my old school too, but it ended early because of COVID.
All right.
So it's like, it wasn't really fair because I only got to know them for like 4 months and school's like 9 months or something.
Okay.
So I only got to know them for a short amount of time. So it's not as much as I wanted to be.
Well, I'm glad that tomorrow you start school. I'm just hoping for the best as far as meeting new friends, as far as meeting the teachers, just learning a new route to school, and just, you have friends already in the neighborhood that actually go to the school you're going to. So that's a good thing. So you do know people in the school, and you're just a bright young kid, and the future's definitely to the roof. But before I wrap this thing up, when you get older, right, can you tell me a couple of things that you would like to be?
So when I get older, I'm just gonna tell you my plans.
All right, let me hear your plans. I want to hear them.
So when I at least get like 16,
Okay.
my first thing to do is get my job.
You're gonna get a job.
Well, no, actually, I'm gonna get my permit first, so I can actually go to my job.
So you're gonna be driving.
Yeah.
All right.
So then I'll get my job, somewhere Publix, hopefully Walmart. That's my goal jobs.
Okay.
If not McDonald's, Wendy's, food fast.
Fast food first, all right. And then
So
work your way up.
Yeah, work my way up. Like McDonald's. Then I go to Wendy's. Then I go to Starbucks. Then hopefully Publix and Walmart if they don't accept me at first. And then when I get 18, I want to go to college. So when I get to my careers, it can have that, that verification. So it's like not just that high school diploma, it's like, the everything, like this kid is smart, he's bright, let's take him.
All right.
So I like school and all, but I want to be a comedian.
You want to be a comedian, so you want to make people laugh?
Yeah.
But one question I forgot to let the people know, what grade are you going to?
I'm going to 7th.
7th grade, yeah.
Well,
Middle school.
I'm in 7th.
He's in 7th grade.
So I want to be a comedian / actor because I feel like it's my goal. So everybody watch me because I'm a really funny person when you get to know me, and a lot of my friends said I should. And at first I wanted to be a scientist. I always loved science. So I felt like maybe that could be a side career, but for the future. So when I'm 20, 22.
Yeah.
And then when I'm 50, I know there's more colleges. So I'm gonna retire from acting, or when I'm 50 or 60, I might retire. And then I'm gonna move to being a therapist because I'm really, good with people and I like talking to people. So I'm not a really, closed up person. I'm good at listening and hearing people out.
All right, so you heard it here first from Chris the Cool Kid. He's excited about starting school tomorrow. He's excited about getting a job when he gets out of school and going to college. And he's also an aspiring actor. He wants to be a therapist. The future's bright for this young man. I'm proud to be his father. Be on the lookout for him, y'all. Any last words you want to give them?
So this is a word of advice that I learned as a kid myself. I'm still a kid, but here's some advice I learned for all the kids that listen to this cast, or things to say. Kids, or you guys, never give up on school, because school is really important. It's more important than you think. Because imagine missing all that school and then getting a bad job, like the dumpster guy. Who wants to be
the dumpster's not a bad job.
The dumpster's not a bad job.
It's not a job. It's not a bad job. It pays good. It's a city job. They got good benefits. So what you're trying to say is you don't want to be stuck doing the ground level jobs as you get older. So he just hit you with the best advice of the day. From us to y'all, you have definitely tuned into another episode of Kicking It with Mr. Baxter. Chris the Cool Kid here. Chris.
Peace.